Look down at the bottom of the screen. That's how I'm starting the show today. Look down at the bottom of the screen, Grant. Are you going to apologize to me?
No, because the Suns didn't win in 4 games.
It's a mentality. It's a mindset. That's how the Suns play basketball. They absolutely blew the Clippers off the court last night. That was probably the best thing I saw until I woke up and to go to the bathroom at 3 a.m. and I saw the Angels beat the Yankees. But we're going to talk about that in a minute. Let's get right into it. This is Parlay Power Hour for July 1st, 2021. Yes, it is July. It's crazy. The summer's almost over. After the 4th, it's all over. That's what they say. But you know what's not over? Parlay Power Hour. We're going to keep it going. We're going to keep winning today. We got Grant, the one and only. Grant, what day of the week is this?
What day of the week is this?
What day of the what time of the day is this?
It's the best hour of the day.
The best hour of your day.
If you want to apply to be a new host who can keep track of what he's supposed to say, hit me up on Twitter at Marlins Mitchell. We're taking applications because Tanner's on his last legs, it looks like.
You know what? I'm on about 50 million shows a day. I'm writing 50 million articles a day. And you know what, Grant? I'm so fired up about the Suns winning in 4 games that nothing you say can even get in my head today because the Suns are going to the NBA Finals. Go Suns. Will the Wizard read 30, 23, and 4. I think, did you disagree with me about the Suns? I think you did.
I did.
And the Yankees.
It was a disappointing day on both parts with the Suns victory and the miraculous Angels comeback after Shohei Ohtani got chased without even finishing a complete inning. So yesterday was pretty disappointing to me as a bettor.
Yeah, shout out to Jared Walsh, absolutely making the Bronx go home. The Bronx Bombers fans go home very upset last night. The ones that were still there, I mean, there were like 2 or 3 rain delays. It went deep into the night, and the Yankees lost. So that's always a good day when the Yankees lose. Let's get right into it, boys. We got Grant's picks. We're going to start with Grant. He's going basketball. Now, Grant doesn't know anything about basketball, just to let you guys know. He did not pick the Suns yesterday. I did. So if you want basketball advice, probably come to me. But we got Hawks, Bucks, under 215.5. Grant, break it down for me.
Yeah, so honestly, I'm just going to pick up where Will left off on one of our shows yesterday. We got a bunch of shows on the Sports 2.0 network. Make sure you check those out. Will was going on a rant about he will never trust the Milwaukee Bucks again, and he will never bet on them again. And, you know, in this game, normally I like to look at the spreads. I like to look at the money lines. That's kind of my bread and butter here. I can't take either because I'm not expecting much of the Hawks. Trae Young, I'm going to guess, isn't going to play, and if he does, he's going to be really limited. We already know Giannis isn't going to play, or if he does, he's going to be at like 1%. He's just going to be a decoy. And this Bucks team is probably the worst good team that I've ever had the misfortune of watching in my entire life. They are so mentally weak. It is astounding. They have a complete matchup advantage in every sense in game 4. And instead they start shooting. They shoot 39 threes. They only make 8. Giannis shoots 3 air balls in the first half. Like, I don't want to hear anything about how Giannis's injury lost them the game. They were trailing by 13 at halftime. They were down 10 halfway through the third quarter when he got hurt. So it makes no difference. I have no faith in either team if Trae Young isn't playing. All I know is these guys aren't going to score. We're going under. But, yeah, no faith in either team, especially Milwaukee. I said it after they lost Game 5 to the Nets. I said they deserve to be sent home just for losing that one. That loss in Game 4 is probably even more egregious. You lose by 30 when they don't have their best player, who wasn't even an all-star this year. That's ridiculous.
I think you should, first of all, you should stop picking on the Bucks because they did send the Brooklyn Nets home packing. One of the best teams in basketball. Just saying that, Grant. But also here, this is a 3-game series. Forget about a 7-game series. It's tied 2-2. Huge game tonight. Whoever wins is probably going to be playing the Suns in the NBA Finals, most likely. That's my guess. Now, Will, what do you think of this game? You got Khris Middleton under 42.5 points, rebounds, assists, doing one of these stupid prop bets that you always do. Talk to me about this.
I mean, Grant mentioned it. I have absolutely no faith in this Bucks team as well. Khris Middleton absolutely disappointed me when I bet the over 23.5 points last game. He got 16 points even after Giannis went out with an injury. He couldn't find the net. He couldn't make a basket. I don't believe he gets over 24 points in this game. And if he gets to around 24 points, he'd need around 19 rebounds and assists. I don't think he gets that either. The Bucks don't really have many options to go to besides Khris Middleton, so he's going to be taking most of the shots. That takes away from his assist numbers, and there's really not a lot going on for the Bucks or the Hawks in this series. So this correlates well with Grant's under bet. I think both of these have a good chance of hitting.
Think about this. Look at some of the star duos that we have in the NBA. One goes out, the other one steps up, right? Kawhi Leonard, Paul George. Paul George kind of spit the bit yesterday, but he was really good for most of the playoffs. Jamal Murray goes down. Nikola Jokic becomes the clear MVP. Simmons and Embiid, even though they're both kind of memes, we've seen them play well without each other. LeBron and AD, one goes down, the other performs great. Khris Middleton can't do a thing with Giannis half the time. Half the time he's Kevin Durant. Half the time he's like Nick Collison. Like I don't even know who the right comparison is. And now without Giannis, who's attracting those double teams and creating all the open space for him, Khris Middleton isn't going to do anything tonight.
All right, I guess we will see about that tonight. We'll see who has the advantage in the series and who's going to take on the Phoenix Suns and get beaten 4 games in the NBA Finals, boys. Marlins money line plus 110 versus the Philadelphia Phillies. So here's my logic for picking this one. I woke up today. I'm going through my drawers. I just pull out a Marlins shirt. I'm like, oh, the Marlins won yesterday. Let me look at the matchup in this game today. You got Pablo Lopez on the mound, 4-4, 2.87 ERA for the Marlins. The Marlins have been fantastic. If games were won from pitching, solely pitching, you didn't have to hit the baseball, the Marlins would be the World Series champions. Yes, I'm making a bold statement there, but they're that good at pitching. Philadelphia Phillies got Zach Eflin on the mound, 2-6, 4.2 ERA. Has not gotten the run support. A 4.2 ERA is not great, but probably should have a better record than that. I like Pablo Lopez and the Marlins yesterday. Marlins coming off an offensive explosion. They get the job done today in Philadelphia. Anyone?
Yeah. I like this pick here. I was writing a story about it yesterday. Actually, you talked about how good the Marlins pitching rotation is. They are pretty horrible scoring offensively. If I remember right, I think they've hit the 4th fewest home runs and scored the 3rd fewest total runs. So really, they're not going to. I mean, they scored 11 runs yesterday, but that's just an aberration. Yep. If they do win today, it's going to be by virtue of the pitching. And I do like Pablo Lopez. He's not quite Trevor Rogers, but the Marlins usually they have some good pitchers going for him here. So I picked the Marlins, and my free bet, my 2 cents on this one, I think we're going under here.
Yeah, probably going under here unless the Phillies wake up a little bit. But wait, they did go over yesterday, so you got to keep that in mind. Will the thrill? What do you think?
Yeah, I like this one as well. I mean, Pablo Lopez on the mound for the Marlins. They exploded for 11 runs yesterday. Highly doubt they do that again, but if they're scoring like that and they keep it going, then there's a pretty good chance they win with Pablo Lopez on the mound.
Definitely. So we're going to go White Sox money line, Twins over 8.5. Grant has made 5 picks today just to confirm that. This one scares me because Jose Barrios is on the mound for the Minnesota Twins. I talked about it on my MLB Daily Pick show this morning, but you like it. Why?
Yeah, so the Sox have beat the Twins twice so far in the past 2 days. Game is in Chicago. Twins are 1-7 against the White Sox this season. So as far as just a straight-up pick on the money line here, I think the White Sox are the obvious choice. And you mentioned that Barrios is on the mound, but he's going to get up against Rodon, which, again, with the way that they've been pitching this season, I like the White Sox here. Going over here, I know that one might be a little more off the cuff, but if you look at the way that the teams have been scoring lately, they've both been putting up decent runs. Like just the last 3 games, the White Sox have scored 7, 7, and 13. 2 of those being against the Twins. The Twins have gotten 3, 6, 8, 8, 7. So not quite as profound, but enough to cover the over here. So that's my reasoning. I think the White Sox take it in the over.
Yeah, you know what about this game with the over, Grant? Usually add ERAs together. If you add Rodon's ERA with Barrios, it's only like a 4 or something. So your philosophy is flawed. But this game is going over today. The Twins can hit the baseball power-wise. The White Sox get on base. That's the difference between the 2 teams, but that's going to equal an over. Will, do you disagree before we go to your baseball pick?
No, I don't disagree. I mean, this time I think Grant added up their recent runs scored instead of the ERAs. So he was like, oh, this one's going to go over. So
listen, apparently it doesn't matter what stat I use. You guys just find a way to say, oh, well, you should have done the other one.
No. Yeah, I'm
we're
the one who
agreeing
gets
with you.
picked on here. Yeah, we're agreeing with you. We're saying it's going over, but you're
agreeing with me while taking a crap on my methodology.
Yeah, because it's not good, but we are agreeing with you. Cardinals money line minus 125 versus the Rockies. Adam Geriatric Hospital Wainwright is on the mound today. He's been very good this year, but he is old. Will, why do you like the Cardinals?
So both of these teams are coming off of sweeps, not against the greatest teams. The Cardinals beat the lowly Diamondbacks, and the Rockies swept the Pittsburgh Pirates, who were only able to manage 2 runs over 3 games. So that just tells you how bad the Pirates and the Diamondbacks have been this year. I don't know what the Diamondbacks number is at now for losses in their last 45 games. It's not good at all.
I've got that figure coming later. Don't worry, we're going to talk about it.
They're 22-60 on the year. So Grant's got the figure. That's not good.
That's absolutely pitiful. But I mean, Adam Wainwright has been good this year for the Cardinals. I think if I'm going with 2 teams coming off of sweeps, the Rockies played the worst. I don't know. They're both terrible. It doesn't matter. I'm going with Wainwright just because he's on the mound. I'm going with the Cardinals money line.
Okay. All right. I agree with that 100%. I did take Waino and the Cardinals in this game. Again, though, I'm not going to watch it because nobody cares about this game. But Grant, do you think the Cardinals win?
Yeah. I mean, Will basically spent this whole minute of fame there talking about how bad both teams are, which I agree with. But, if pressed with the pitching matchup and just the way that things could go, in terms on their best day, then yeah, Cardinals in my opinion.
Now, let's talk about good baseball teams because the Cardinals are not a good baseball team. Oh, we got a comment here. Let's see what we got. I care, Tanner. What the F? Eric, the Cardinals are horrendous at baseball. Nobody cares about that game. But you know what? Go Cardinals. It's good to see that you're still supporting your team because they are not very good at baseball. Dodgers minus 1.5. He's coming in the comments. I'm not even looking at him right now. I got to talk about the Dodgers, a team that actually matters, a team that's actually good at baseball, and a team that actually matters. I think I said that twice, but you know what? The Dodgers are that good. Dodgers minus 1.5 on the run line, plus 125 versus the Nationals today. Why am I picking the Dodgers? Tony Gonsolin on the mound, nothing special there. He's come out of the pen for the Dodgers this year. He's been in the rotation for the Dodgers. He can do it all. 2.77 ERA, 0-0 on the year, so he has thrown a lot of innings out of the pen. Patrick Corbin is on the bump for the Nationals. He sucks. 5-6, 5.33 ERA, just not good at all. Dodgers are hitting the baseball right now too, which is pretty nice to see. They showed the Giants in the 2-game series that they are the contender. They are the real team in the National League West. You guys cannot play with us. One thing that scares me is Corey Seager's going to the 60-day DL to free up some space on the 40-man roster. But you got Belly's back, Muncie's back. All these guys are hitting the baseball right now. Dodgers are going to do it again today on the East Coast in Washington and make a statement and cover on the run line. What do you guys think?
I think you got it, Will. You got it.
I mean, the Dodgers have been hitting the ball well, but I mean, the Nationals have been hitting the ball almost equally as well. They scored 15 runs yesterday against the Rays. I do like the Dodgers to win this game. I think the Nationals might be able to keep it close, though, so I'm not totally sure about the minus 1.5.
All right. What do you guys think? What do you think, Grant?
I think that obviously the Dodgers, you brought it up, they're starting to hit the ball better, and we know they have offensive talent. But if you look at their recent series against the Giants and the Cubs, they won those games by being really, really good defensively. The most runs they allowed in their past 6 games is 2, which is, incredible. Some of those have been shutouts. Most of them have been 1-run games. But Will just mentioned it. The Nationals are really hitting the ball well, led by the one and only Kyle Schwarber, 16 home runs in 18 games, which is just incredible. And the Nationals have won 14 of 17. And, they've played some decent opponents in there, nothing crazy, but they beat the Mets. I know the Mets aren't great, but they're winning the division. It's a division rivalry. That means something. They beat the Rays twice. So I think the Dodgers on paper, you'd have to give it to them. But the Nationals sort of have that explosive factor, which is really going to be tested by the pitching of the Dodgers.
The Mets are not good at baseball unless Jacob deGrom's on the mound. And it's Jacob deGrom day, just to let everyone know. The Rays have been on the slide of the century right now. They have not figured it out. They do not look like a team that can win the American League East right now. And Kyle Schwarber will stop hitting home runs. It's going to happen today. Tony Gonsolin gets the job done. Dodgers cover on the run line with these.
What happens if Kyle Schwarber hits another leadoff home run?
It doesn't matter because the Dodgers will still cover on the run line. That's the thing. Like, Kyle Schwarber can hit all the bombs he wants. The Dodgers will win and cover on the run line today. They're making a statement. They're back. The Dodgers haven't even hit their groove yet. Just watch out when they do. All right, we'll go. We're going to stay on the baseball diamond. Grant's got the Giants -1.5, a good team. So we talk about, the Dodgers, whoever the Nationals played, the Mets, and I don't care about the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, whatever the hell they're called. If you look at who the Dodgers have played lately, a lot better teams. They shut down the Giants. Giants are one of the best teams in baseball statistically. So I'm going with the Dodgers tonight. But anyways, Giants on the run line against the Diamondbacks in the over of 9 in this game. Why do you like this one, Grant?
So when I loaded up the odds and I saw that I could get the Giants on the run line for +120, or just straight up on the money line for -134 against the Diamondbacks, I thought they must have let a first-time intern make these odds, because this is ridiculous. The Giants are really good, and the Diamondbacks are really, really bad. Now, Will, I promised you it was coming. Are you ready for this? The Diamondbacks have lost 38 of their last 42. That is horrendous. Like, I don't know if they're playing with their eyes closed or what's going on, but I didn't know you could be that bad. The Giants recently just swept them in a 4-game series. They're 6-0 against the Diamondbacks this season. You got the Kellys on the mound for the Diamondbacks, almost at a 5 ERA this season. You favor the Giants in every aspect of this matchup here. I don't really know what else needs to be said. The Diamondbacks are garbage. I would pick the Pirates 10 times out of 10 over them. I would pick the Rangers, like anybody you can think of. The Diamondbacks stink.
I'm a little worried about the over in this game. I am a little worried because I think the Giants are going to have to carry it, and I don't know if they can carry it to 9 runs based off what they did against the Dodgers. I know they faced some legendary pitchers up in LA, but I am a little worried about the over. What do you think, Will?
Yeah, I would be a little worried about it too. It's also a very hot day out there and on the West Coast. It's going to be like 105 degrees out there. The players are going to be sweating. They might not have their full exertion at the plate, so they might get dominated in the pitchers matchup here. But yeah, the Giants definitely have to carry this one if this one wants to go over 9 runs.
Well, so, the Giants. We talked about it earlier. You don't really think about it when you just think about the Giants team. They're one of the best and most efficient at scoring in the entire league here. And they've got Cueto on the mound, who's good, but he's not the top dog in that rotation. So that's why I'm taking the over.
All right. I'm going to go with the under in this game, so we have something to argue about tomorrow. But
are you going to argue? Are you going to argue and take the Diamondbacks?
No, I'm not going to argue. I'm not an idiot. All right. Astros, Indians over 8.5. Will's got this one. I got this one. Will, you can go first and talk about why you're picking this, and then I'll go, and then we'll wrap up the show here.
I mean, the Astros, by some miraculous happening this week, lost 3 straight in a series. They got swept by the Baltimore Orioles, and it was probably the most surprising sweep of the MLB season. I'm not totally sure how it happened. The Astros were not scoring runs. The Orioles were. And I think the Astros end that streak today. They got to get back on that scoring horse. And the Indians don't have the greatest pitcher on the mound. I believe it's Mejia on the mound for the Indians. He hasn't been too great this year. And the Astros just got to start putting runs back on the board. I don't see them going 2 or 3 runs again in this game. So I'm pretty confident in the over.
The Astros have been playing absolutely horrendous baseball lately, but you know what? That ends today. It ends on July 1st. New slate, clean slate. Framber Valdez on the bump. He shuts down the Indians. Lackluster offense in general. Mejia gets shelled. Astros bounce back. The Orioles, they played bad, and the Orioles played exceptional. Nothing you can do about it. Put it behind you. You're still in first place. Let's go win a division. Let's go win a division. Let's go win the American League, and let's go to the World Series and take on the Dodgers. Because you know who it's not going to be, Grant?
The Diamondbacks?
The Diamondbacks. Very good answer. That does it for today's show of Parlay Power Hour, July 1st. Remember, Suns in 4. It's a mindset, it's a mentality, and it's why the Suns will win the NBA Finals championship series in 4 games. So wait, we got a question from Eric Tanner. Did you just check your watch for the date? You wearing a Rollie? Nah, I wish I was wearing a Rollie. I don't know. The blogging salary's got to go up a little bit to afford that. But anyways, guys, final thoughts for the day here. Parlay Power Hour, July 1st. We'll start with Will.
I shortened the picks down to 3 to see if I could break my 500 streak because I consistently keep on going 2-2 in these past few days. So I shortened it down to 3. Hopefully we get that 2-1 day, except instead of 1-2 or 0-3 or at least 3-0. I would like a 3-0 undefeated day so I can catch up to Tanner and what he claims to be his lead for most undefeated days. But I think it's coming today, 3-0.
Grant, you let's see, you're picking 5 bets today, so I'm assuming you're going to go 5-0, which isn't going to happen, but you're going to tell the people it is.
Well, it is. I don't lie to the fans out there. I'm going 5-0 today. When we first started the show, I was killing it with 6 bets a day. I tried to go down to 3 a day to save my record, and I'm getting away from my roots. But today we're going right back to it. I'm going 5-0. I'm coming in Friday, tomorrow, last day of the week, with an undefeated day. This is my best day of picks yet on the show. I promise.
Eric's riding with Grant, so that means Eric's going to lose money then. So anyways, if you want to make money, you bet with me, obviously. 32-23 record. That's how we operate here on Parlay Power. The host always wins. It's like the casino. The casino is the house. The house always wins. The host always wins on Parlay Power Hour. Lock it up. Thanks for all the support, guys, so far. Subscribe to the Sports 2.0 Network on YouTube. I believe we're at 410 right now, so we're going to the moon very quickly on there. Dogecoin, right?
To the moon.
To the moon.
Dogecoin, to the moon, not Dogecoin, Dogecoin for all those people that can't pronounce that. So that does it, guys, for the show today. Have a good one. We will talk to you tomorrow for another episode of Parlay Power Hour.